Welcome to Good Mythical More. We're gonna do a tournament of the most overrated activities ever. I hope you don't get upset.
But first, let's donate $1,000 to Stand Up to Cancer to aid in their mission to raise funds to accelerate the pace of groundbreaking research that can get new therapies to patients quickly and save lives now.
Yes.
Please join us in giving at standuptocancer.org/Rhett and Link.
Got our own special URL.
Thanks for being your mythical best.
All right, we've got our first two up here ready to go, and it's a single elimination tournament.
Elimination.
So we've got painting and wine drinking classes. This is a thing?
Is that 2 in 1? You paint and you drink wine?
Yeah, this is like a cute little, usually like
a paint your pot
hangout situation. Yeah, it's like the pottery
Santa
painting
Barbara
places,
thing?
but there's wine involved. No, there's one in Los Feliz too.
painting classes. I could see is pretty overrated, but when you start adding wine to it,
You're like, I'm good.
yeah, it's
I could be a painter.
I'm a caca painter.
I'm a caca painter.
I only paint caca.
I only paint with caca.
Paint with caca?
caca.
I only paint caca, and you only paint with caca.
I painted with caca when I was a baby, and they got a picture of it. Right on the wall next to my crib. Masterpiece. I called it Astorpiece.
You did?
Yeah.
That was your first word?
Yeah. My.
Masterpiece.
Escape rooms are overrated. You can have a great time here, but there's a lot of really crappy escape rooms.
Yeah, people just kind of throwing it together. They spend all their money on renting like a bare space, and then they realize it's hard to like populate it with things that are intriguing to escape from.
And also,
how many escape rooms have you experienced?
I'd say 6.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a large
I
amount.
think I've experienced 2.
You don't think you've done more? You've done more. I've been with you for 2, at least.
The one in LA, and
we did like one on tour.
I don't think I went. No, we talked about it on tour, but we never did.
I've been in one with Britton before, because he was really into them. I thought that was on tour.
Maybe it was. I think it's really.
I've also
overrated.
been to one where you get mixed up with a group that's not, you don't know, and there was a complete doofus, like just a doofus who like wanted to take charge but was really dumb. Like the worst combination of confident stupidity. Like
take charge doofuses are the worst.
Oh gosh, I can't stand that personality profile.
I am voting for this because can you drink in an escape room?
No, they kick you out. That's one way out of an escape room is just getting drunk.
Can you wear open toe shoes in an escape room?
Let's find out this weekend.
Oh yeah, we're living on the edge.
I agree with you. Escape rooms.
Overrated.
More overrated. So that sticks around.
It sticks around. Yes.
And then we move on to
What we got next.
early morning sober dance parties. Okay, Stevie, do you have a point of reference for this?
I have heard of this, and it's
really?
we actually had a mythical crew member that attended a couple of these, and it's
called
not
Zumba.
it's not like marketed as an exercise class. It's marketed as like a dance party.
In the morning?
Really early.
Is it
in the
one
morning.
where everybody's got on headphones and they all just start moving around and nobody hears music?
No, that's a silent disco, I think it's called.
Yeah.
This is just like you're at the club, but it's the morning time and you're sober.
So
it's still at a club.
To get the club.
No,
to
I
get
just
more
mean like
business.
in a club atmosphere. I don't know.
You
I've
think
only
this
been
is
to
a
one
club
club.
atmosphere?
I don't get it.
This is
I
a stock
really
photo
don't get
over here.
Can something be overrated if it's not rated that highly in the first place?
Yeah, like I said, there's 2 variables. How highly is it rated and how disappointing is it?
We're moving on.
So
that.
it's obviously people have low expectations. They're like, how do I get out of this?
Speaking of silent discos,
Here we go.
this is now. I've only seen people doing this,
And they seem like they're having fun.
yeah, but they seem like to everyone who's not listening to the music, they look like they're just the dorkiest group of people in the world. But they look like they're having a great time, and so I think that means a lot. So if you were to actually be in that, maybe you think it's awesome.
Yeah, but it's like it's strange because it's like it's a communal experience without anyone hearing it. So it's like, I don't really understand the appeal of it. So it's definitely.
I think it's for like.
It doesn't. It conceptually
resorts.
Oh,
you know,
really?
like
resorts where there's people
elderly
who don't
want to hear music
adjacent. And they're going to bed early.
And also, it's for audiophiles.
This seemed really?
Yeah,
no, it's not.
Yeah, I think it is. It's for people who I want to feel the music.
This seems stupid to
bones.
me. This I've done because I was intrigued and I got my hopes up. This does not beat escape rooms.
I think it has the same issue as
this is more overrated.
Right, okay.
as the early morning rave, where it's like you have to hear it hyped up.
It has,
and
to
it
be
hasn't
rated
been.
To be overrated.
Yeah.
When I see it, I don't want to do it. So it's not 2 rated.
Okay, now
Trivia night.
now you're getting a little close to home.
See, I think these are built up. Oh, we had the best time at a trivia night. You should come next time.
and this is like at like a bar, not a game
Right.
night, but like at a bar.
You go and you're like, I think you're pretty likely to have a decent time, even if you don't know crap. Like even if you lose horribly, you're in a group with somebody who probably knows stuff. I think
Didn't the 3 of us go to a trivia night? Stevie?
I'm sure, yes. But I was gonna say you're
Went to
in like
Mamrie's
mythical
trivia
crew
night.
territory here. You know, we got a lot of mythical crew members who are into trivia nights. We also got a lot of mythical crew members who are into escape rooms, or at least were into escape rooms.
Okay, so the most trivia night person at Mythical is obviously Davin, right?
Yeah.
I can see that. And the most escape room person.
He's actually in that stock photo.
Who's the most
He's back there behind.
Who's most likely to be in an escape room at Mythical? But be able to get out.
Not be able to get out?
The most likely to get trapped in an escape room at Mythical. We won't do that, but like who you're like, oh yeah, I could totally see them being into escape rooms. Would Tim be into escape rooms?
yeah.
I would think he would be, and he'd be
IT
really good
Tim.
at getting out of them. Like when I have somebody like Tim with me in an escape room, I just get quiet. See, I know when to defer. I'm just like,
Right.
listen, y'all, I'll start saying things like, y'all shut up and listen to Tim. Like I will spot the smartest person in a room and get everybody to listen to them.
Yeah,
I'm a good person for that.
If they're wearing a vest, that helps.
Yeah.
Now, but I think the expectations are pretty high. People are like, you got to come next time. But then it has a greater chance of delivering than an escape room. It does not.
It's hard to be disappointed by a trivia night.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
look
saying,
what's
yeah.
in that photo that is not allowed in the escape room.
Drinking
Yeah.
and high-fiving.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't high-five. Yeah, that's another way to get kicked out. You definitely can't high-five the person that they keep sending in to give me clues. You know, that person that's like standing in the
Yeah.
corner, facing the corner, and I'm like, hey, can we get 3 clues instead of 2 because we need it.
Do you need some help? I'm trying to be creepy, but also helpful. You know, that's what they do in escape. So escape rooms, overrated. Kentucky Derby.
Now, this makes it seem like you're attending the Kentucky Derby. I think we're talking about watching the watching the televised Kentucky Derby.
I've definitely
Or
thought
like a
it would
party.
be fun.
You know?
You know, people throw
Okay.
parties for the Kentucky Derby. You might be tempted to dress up and fraternize and attend one of these, but then you realize it's just horses running for a little bit.
Yeah, but hey, emphasis on little bit.
It's over before you know.
I think it's one of the best sporting events because it's just like, all right, y'all tell me when they start. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, y'all tell me when they're halfway around because that's the part I'm interested in. It's the perfect thing. Watching the Kentucky Derby is like watching a highlight. You know what I'm saying? It's the perfect dose of sports.
So why do you only want to watch half of it when it's already so short?
Well, I'll take the whole thing. I'm just saying that like the interesting part is the backstretch. You know, I'm not talking about what I do every morning. I'm talking about when the horses are coming down to the end part.
People like to wear fancy stuff, as you see.
I bet you it's fun to go to it, like to get in there and have some wine.
It's a little
wear a big hat.
over bougie.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Doesn't seem like my scene.
Yeah, but just like once a year, you pretend You pretend that you belong in that space.
And contrary to an escape room, it's always over before you know it. That never happens with an escape room. It's like there's always that moment where you're like, are we ever gonna get out of here? It's like, and God, it's like we had reservations. It's like, what? We were gonna go out to eat after this. It's like, we're gonna do, is everything else in jeopardy? Am I? It smells funny in here.
You're right. So you're saying escape rooms are still remain unbeaten.
All right, we wanna remind you, check out Sporked. We developed Spork.com for your edification in your grocery shopping experience, to know the best things to buy. In addition to that, we have dedicated writers like Danny Palumbo, who's over there saying what are the best snacks that he takes on a plane to keep cool while keep his head cool, you know? And I don't mean like literally, I mean if you're afraid of flying, like apparently he is. What's the best snacks? Like Christy's gonna wanna see that article. It's at spork.com.
Okay, I take personal offense at this because my life was recently altered by whale watching.
Whale watching.
I don't know exactly.
You hyped this up on our podcast. I don't know big time.
When this episode that you're currently watching airs in relation to the podcast where I talk about whale watching, which would be helpful for me to know. But at this point, I'm just going to say, either I just talked about it on Ear Biscuit, or I'm about to. And I literally, whale watching.
You hyped it up for 20 minutes, man.
Saved my entire vacation, and also
Hype it up
was
again.
my wreck on Ear Biscuits. So this is not overrated.
And then you're gonna go, and you're not gonna see jack squat.
My particular trip whale watching was life-changing, but I can't guarantee yours will be.
Yeah, and it's hit or miss. You know, you either hit the whale,
or you miss,
or you don't see him at all.
Here's an element of whale watching that's questionable, is the seasickness.
Dramamine, anybody? I was Dramamine.
You could be so miserable and vomiting and then not see anything. Like the swing here between like a euphoric experience and the worst thing you've ever done. You're promising yourself, if I ever get off this boat, I'm never doing this again. Like that's the definition of overrated, my friend.
Here's the thing. After my experience, I'm never doing it again because it will never get better than what happened to me while whale watching.
You're just, I mean, you're rating this as the highest experience you've ever had.
It was the best part of my vacation.
Well, the promise at if you peek at whale watching, you see a whale, which is pretty darn cool. If you peek in an escape room, you've escaped a room that you could just ask to be let out of.
Yeah. Yeah. You just gotten out. You're gonna have to get out regardless.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting equation because, as you point out, the expectations are super high and the chances that they could be completely dashed, like it's either a complete win or a total fail. I know you might see a dolphin, you might see a starfish.
You might see.
But listen,
basically you're gonna see hundreds of dolphins.
Yeah, but it's whale watching. You're not there to see dolphins.
Yeah, they're like little whales, but they got blowholes.
But
they're smart. They're smart.
Whereas with escape room, you're right. You're gonna get out no matter what.
What if you're stuck inside a whale like Jonah?
So,
you mix both of them.
Here's what I'm trying to figure out. Like we've got this big discrepancy with escape room. The worst thing that can happen is what? You're bored, and you're like it smells funny.
And the worst thing that can happen here is a horrible day.
Yeah.
And maybe even drowning.
So the discrepancy between like the best thing that can happen and the worst is much more pronounced with whale watching.
Well, why don't we do some role play? Wait.
You're making my life-changing activity the most overrated thing?
Yeah.
I think
that you should experience, like, what if Rhett were to give you a call on a Saturday morning?
A whale call.
And
that sounded like a cow.
And he's gonna invite you to an activity. And you have to choose between, he's only willing
I've got an extra
to do
ticket
two things.
To an escape room, or I've got an extra ticket to whale watching? Which one you going on?
Well, I've never been whale watching.
Yeah, but you know how good it can be.
But I also know how bad it can be.
It can't be that bad. Worst case scenario, it's just a boat trip.
It's just a boat trip. No, worst case scenario, you're vomiting your guts out and
That's
begging
only if you don't take
Poseidon
Dramamine.
to deliver you to the.
That's only if you don't take Dramamine.
I don't know if you're responsive to that, you know?
You gotta be responsive.
It's kind of like truffles to some people. They smell like urine.
You know, they don't even really know why Dramamine works. It's a bit of a mystery.
I mean, so you're lobbying to keep escape room, but I'm just saying the discrepancy is so high.
I see the math. I just think escape rooms are so lame. Like I just don't.
Yeah, but so your expectations aren't that high. So you're not.
No, but
rating it
people
that high.
hype up escape rooms so much. But
why
I
is this
see,
guy
I
holding-
see what you're saying.
Why
I
is this
see what
guy
you're
holding a string of anal beads?
Okay.
I do think that's a different kind of escape room. So I know we're gonna need to get rid of that. I'm sorry.
The key is hidden in my small intestine.
Karaoke.
Oh, karaoke.
Oh, one of our very first mythical office parties. It was a rap party.
Rap party for the Mythical show.
the mythical show.
Because
It's karaoke.
Gorgon came, remember? And he sang a few songs.
Yes.
Man.
I think
That was my first experience at like a Koreatown karaoke place.
I drank so much that like I convinced myself I could sing Hall & Oates and I blew out my voice for 3 days.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a moment when you're singing karaoke and you're inebriated and you're like looking into the eyes of everybody watching you sing and you realize that they're afraid for you. Like I remember that experience.
Really? I think
Yeah.
if you go with the right group, everybody's really supportive. And if everybody's really drunk, no one cares about anything.
The escape room beats karaoke.
You'd rather go to karaoke than escape room.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, agreed.
Definitely. So it beats. So karaoke loses to whale watching clearly because it.
Hold on. How did we get here? That whale watching is the most overrated thing you can do. When I literally just told you.
See, we camped out on the escape room of it all, and then you just threw away the escape room.
I mean,
You knew this was the result.
if I came back from a vacation, I told you that silent disco had changed my life. You wouldn't believe me. You wouldn't believe me if I said early morning dance party changed my life. I wouldn't say that.
All right, here, I'll add something else to it. You know, there's plenty of people who'd be like, I saw a whale and it changed my life. I saw it up close. It was amazing. It came up.
Don't tell my story.
It blew. It sneezed in the air and then it waved its tail at me. And then someone goes and they're like, you know what? It wasn't that good. It's like, oh, you didn't see any whales? It's like, no, I did see a whale. It was just a huge fish that swam by the
Fish? You can't call. There you go. You just lost. You can't call a whale a fish.
We've decided.
I think it's.
But a close second is escape
I
room.
think it's escape rooms.
You decide in the comments below. You let us
Which
know.
one is more overrated?
What's the best creamer to put in your coffee? Well, head over to spork.com to find out.